comes all the way from a small town in Ontario, but that's nothing to hold against him. Everybody give it up for Jack Hutchison. Hey, how's it going? Thank you. I am from a small town, but I do not sleep with my cousins. Unless, of course, they have a vagina. There's just one more no meat curtains. No meat curtains, that's the only rule. I am from a small town, and my mom is the local autism therapist, which every time cannot go without. And when you have a parent that's in this kind of profession, you kind of think that you're an expert in that. So I've started to notice that my friends are mildly retarded. Like, I have this one friend, her name's Rebecca, and we'll go to the movies and she'll be like staring at the screen like... And she thinks that if she turns her head, she's gonna know what the fuck's going on. And then we'll leave the movie, I'll be like, hey Rebecca, how'd you like the movie? It was awesome. And she's like, I didn't really get it, but I'm hungry. And I'll be like, it was fucking Toy Story, Rebecca, let's not debate you dumbass. And I noticed that she started putting on a little bit of weight, so I was kind of concerned. I was like, Rebecca, I noticed you're getting a little big. She's like, yeah, it's the meds. I'm like, Rebecca, what, are you okay? Like, what meds? She's like, yeah, it's Flintstones vitamins. It's really like, a rough thing. I've been in Montreal now for a few years. I've noticed some things are different in a city than a small town, like these Occupy protesters. Like, I guess my town, we're just pretty good conservatives, so we don't have these dirty hipsters all over the place. But, made me think, like, if I wanted to see all these hippies, I'd just move to the plateau, because they take over everything. Because they're really like fine arts students, they really have no purpose. But I did notice, though, they have good weed, they have drugs, and they have sex, so it's not a protest, it's more like spring break. Sign me up. Another thing I noticed about the city is that you guys, like, take good words and erase them, like, instead of saying cool, you'll say sick. And like, if something's bad, you'll say ghetto, which I'm kind of against, because when I think ghetto, I think of like St. Henry or like that kind of lower end, where like, if you walk by a kid's birthday party in St. Henry and a balloon pops and you hit the fucking deck. Or like, you're in St. Henry walking by yourself and you hear a freaking like car backfire, you hug the nearest woman and pray to God your brother was not just shot. So it's kind of a rough time, but I'm okay if you use it if it's like makes sense. So like if you came to me, don't say Jack, my jeans are ripped, they're so ghetto. Say like Jack, my jeans were born out of wedlock, they're so ghetto. Or if you were like Jack, my hat uses abortion as a contraceptive, it's so ghetto. Or like Jack, my watch was born addicted to crack. God, it's so ghetto. That would be okay. I noticed, like, I came here for university, which is the ultimate reverse of society because all the virgins and nerds are like the popular kids. So you'll like be sitting with a group of people and you don't fit in unless you have buck teeth and glasses. So it's kind of rough. And then like, we were actually going to have Stephen Hawking come as a guest speaker. And everybody's like, oh my God, Stephen Hawking, Stephen Hawking. And it's like, I don't want to sit and listen to a speech by a guy who just moves his hand around and pushes keys on a keyboard. And everybody's like, oh, Stephen Hawking's so smart, he's so smart. But like, yeah, he can do like rocket science, at least I don't shit in a diaper. You know? Like, yeah, sure, Stephen Hawking can do a quadratic equation, but at least I can control myself from drooling. That's just my opinion. And like, at least when I go around the school cafeteria with a tray, it's not called Meals on Wheels. Crippled people. They set themselves up for it, really. Especially the ones that don't push, they have like the scooter. They bother me. This summer, I spent time with my dad's. My parents are divorced. And my dad's lives in this really northern Canadian Eskimo town, which is interesting because I've never been a minority before. So to put things in perspective, and I felt like Precious. I was this big black person who was pregnant, as they talk about. No, but Mooskie's cool, except like, I tell people where my dad lives, and they're like, oh, do people have teepees and like igloos and stuff? And I'm like, no, the only time you see a teepee up there is in front of the liquor store before it opens. It's weird too, like you get all dressed up to go clubbing up there, you pre-drink, you're all dressed up, and then all you do is go kill a bunch of innocent seals. They have this like big tradition up there where you go whaling, but it's not what you think. You actually go to a bulk barn and pick up some fat chicks. It's really hard to get used to. And my little brother is from there. His mother's like from there, born and raised, whatever, so he's only my half-brother. But I got invited to his 9th birthday party, so I went up there, and all these kids are like staying away from me, and I was kind of like, said to my dad, like, what the hell, what's their problem? But apparently all their moms had told them to stay away from the white guy in case they got smallpox. So they were a little...
Oh, no.
In fact, actually, my first day, someone told me to stay away from Pocahontas, but it turned out that was the name of his liquor cabinet. But it's cool having like a brother that's from there because for Christmas I get a lot of really illegal cigarettes. That's it. But you can't really make fun because like it's the only town left in Canada where if you get caught stealing, you don't go to jail, you get scalped. So it's rough. Too far. That's it for me. Thanks a lot.
Woo! Good.